Hello! In today's video we are going to be talking about the IKEA Buyback Scheme and a massive flaw in it. So let's roll titles! Now, those of you who know me well know that I love IKEA. In fact, pretty much every item of furniture in this room is from IKEA. I love IKEA, and one of the things I really like about IKEA is their buyback service. Now, for those of you who don't know what their buyback service is, well, let's have a little look at their website and I can show you and you can learn for yourselves. So it says buy back and resell. Every year, millions of pieces of second-hand furniture go to waste. That's why we're buying back your used IKEA furniture to give chairs, shelves or chest of drawers as many lives as possible. That's great. That's really good. I'm all for that, because when furniture is cheap like it can be at IKEA, the sort of thought is you could just bin it and get rid of it, but you can actually return this old furniture to IKEA and they will either resell it on so it gets as many lives as possible, or if it's not in very good condition, they will dismantle it and send the parts for the correct recycling. Perfect. With Buyback and Resell, you sell us used IKEA furniture you don't need in a safe, streamlined way year round. You'll get IKEA in-store credit to refresh your home. Someone else buys your old stuff secondhand from us and gives it a new home. It's one little action that can have a big impact on your wallet and the planet. What your used furniture is worth will vary, but you'll get more in-store credit for pieces that are in better conditions or like new. Well, that makes sense. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll show you what I wanted to sell to IKEA. Before we do that, it's probably good that we check the eligible products. IKEA products that qualify for buyback must be in good resellable condition, okay, listed below as eligible, complete and fully functional, properly assembled when returned, and clean and unmodified. So basically you can't just rock up to IKEA and give them back a flat pack. You have to return something that is fully assembled. It's a bit of a ball ache if it's something bigger, but you know, for a smaller item, you can probably just sling it in the back of your car. So it lists what it buys back. I won't read all of those, but you can see those on the screen. Second-hand furniture that IKEA doesn't buy back. Okay, let's make sure that everything is sensible. Non-IKEA products, they're not going to want to resell someone else's furniture. Component parts, hacked or modified products, non-assembled IKEA products, products that have been used outside including outdoor furniture, beds, excluding extendable children's beds, mattresses and bed textiles such as blankets and mattress toppers, that makes sense, sofas and armchairs, other soft goods, pillows, towels, curtains, etc., items containing glass, kitchens including worktops, cabinets and fronts, system wardrobes including packs and interiors, other oversized items, appliances and other electrical items, children's mattresses and textiles, upholstered or leather products, market hall products. So for those of you who don't know, the market hall in IKEA is like a sort of market essentially, where they sell lots of cushions and lights and photo frames and candles and all those sort of smaller items, and non-furniture items. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Though all of those seem sensible. They don't want massive products that will be hard to store, and they don't want ones that have been hacked or destroyed. It's fine. So I recently got a new desk to do work at when I do repairs and when I film normally, and I wanted rid of the high table and the bar stool that I had from IKEA because, well, they were surplus to requirements. There was nowhere else in the home for them to go, and I'd also listed them on local sales sites and no one had sort of wanted them. Now I decided I wanted some other bits from IKEA, so I thought, well, I'm going to IKEA anyway, I can pop the stool and the table into the car. The table will need some reassembly when I get there, but I could just quickly do that in the car park. That's pretty straightforward. That's what I did. I went and got a buyback estimate, which I'll show you in a second, and I took the items to IKEA. So let's do the buyback estimate. So, just make sure that everything applies. Your item is an IKEA product in good resellable condition, and it's clean and assembled. Absolutely, yes. My things were all of those, so start your estimate. Perfect. Okay, so it wasn't any of those, so let's do show all, and they would come under the dining category. So first of all, we wanted to get rid of dining high table. And where is it? Yeah, there we go. It's a Noracker, that's what it was. So I wouldn't say it was like new. I would say it was probably very good. It definitely wasn't well used. You know, it had to be on camera the whole time. It had to look good. So I would say that it was very good. Awesome. So they would offer up to £52 for that Noracker. That's amazing. I think it was nearly £200 new. So to get £52 for it, that's great. So we've got the dining seating, bar stools. And yeah, that looks like my bar stool, the Bossy. And that was like new. That was in incredible condition. They'll give you £12.50 for that. That's all right. I think the stool was about £50 originally. Yeah, so I was set to receive in the region of £64.50 to go towards buying my set of drawers that I wanted for the office. So we planned to go to IKEA yesterday. We'd unassembled the table and the stool was all complete. And then when we got to IKEA, we got the table out the car quickly, put it all together in the car park and took it in. And obviously Sunday, it's busy there. You have to take a ticket and wait in the queue. And we waited for about 20 minutes. It was fine. And then we got served by a lady whose name I won't mention. It sort of sounded a bit like Flangy. Yeah, we'll call her Flangy. So we went over to Flangy and there was no sorry for your wait. There was no sort of real warmth. It felt a little bit combative from the start, which is unusual because I've used the IKEA buyback service several times before and it's been pretty flawless. So yeah, she said, oh, I need to get someone out to check the goods, which is a standard procedure. And so she scurried off and then a man came back with her and he sort of looked over the furniture and I was expecting no problems. And Flangy said, did you get the table from the circular hub before? So if you don't know, the circular hub is where buyback items go if they're in good condition. So I'd got it from the circular hub, I'd got my use out of it, and to continue the circle of use in the circular hub, I was returning it. I said, yeah, we did. I think I got it a year ago. And that's true, we got it when we moved in here, and I think we paid around about £130 for it, something like that. And she was like, oh, well, you can't return things that have come from the circular hub. And I was sort of slightly on the back foot there because that wasn't actually in the list of excluded items. That wasn't mentioned. And then she also pointed out that the stool we'd bought in wasn't the exact stool that I'd selected on the website. Now, it looked pretty identical. I don't know the names of all the IKEA products. I just went on how it looked. And I'm going to put an image up on the screen of the stool that I had and the stool that I thought I had that I'd seen on the Buyback website. Now, aside from the name, I think that they look pretty identical. So it was a bit of a silly mistake. I could have looked and done a bit more research, but it just looked like the same stool to me. So I was a bit annoyed that I wouldn't get my £12.50 because if the item isn't listed on the website, which it isn't, then you can't sell it back to them. But I was really annoyed about this table because that's the whole point of the circular hub and the buyback scheme. It's to continually give life to IKEA products so they don't end up in landfill. But they apparently don't accept anything back that's been bought from the circular hub. And we asked why. And she said, well, you've already had a discount on it. Now that's an argument, certainly, but it's not something that they say you can't do in the list of excluded items. It doesn't say you can't bring in things from the circular hub. It just says they have to be in good condition, which they were, IKEA products all assembled and on the website. And it ticked all those boxes. But because it had already had a life with someone else or somewhere else before me, it couldn't be returned. I'm going to be completely honest, Flangy was a bit of an arsehole. And we sort of said, it just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't say that we can do this. And she said, well, you've made a big error anyway. And the big error we'd made was I hadn't quite grasped the different names between two very similar IKEA stalls, but I'd already written off that £12.50. So we were left in IKEA with a table and stool that we didn't really have any need for. We wouldn't really have any space for in the car once we'd bought our other IKEA purchases. And I felt a little bit done over, really. There's just this seemingly unwritten rule that you can't take back circular hub items. And I think that just goes against everything that they're trying to do. Now, I might understand it if I was trying to take back something that I'd utterly destroyed and was in terrible condition and couldn't be used ever again. But that wasn't the case. It's not much different from you buying a bit of furniture on eBay that originally came from IKEA, and then once you've had your use from it, taking it back to IKEA and selling it back. Because you can do that. But because they knew that it was from the circular hub, they weren't willing to take it back, and they haven't made it clear at all on their website. And I've shown you exactly what it looks like at the moment, and it doesn't mention it. And also on those very specific bullet pointed terms, it's not on there. So yeah, our experience of IKEA was less than ideal and a bit fraught, really, when it didn't need to be. It didn't need to be at all. And I think it's a really, really, really stupid policy, because I think it's a great idea. I really do. It's good to give furniture a second lease of life for someone who might not be able to afford it at the full price. Well, like how I was when I bought the table. Yeah, they don't want to do that. It's all about the money. Because we've already got it at a discounted price, they're not interested in reselling it again, which just seems daft. So yeah, I'm annoyed. I will continue to use IKEA, but I think they should really act as a warning for you if you're considering using their buyback service, that there's this very, very, very big thing that they don't mention to you. So I hope you enjoyed this video. It's been a little bit different. Don't forget to like and subscribe. But for now, it's game over.